Welcome to County Portal, your simple source for local government services and public records. Let's get started.
So, you want to build a shed, but you're wondering if you need a permit. That's a great question, and the short answer is, it depends. It's one of the most common projects for homeowners, but the rules can be really confusing because there is no single, national law for building a shed. The need for a permit comes down to a few key factors, and the most important one is your location. Every single city, county, and state has its own specific set of rules. What's perfectly fine to build in one town might require a full set of plans and inspections just one town over. This is all about local building codes and zoning ordinances that dictate what you can and can't build on your property. The second biggest factor is the size of the shed. This is usually the main trigger for a permit. Many local governments have a size limit, often around 100, 120, or sometimes even 200 square feet. If your shed's footprint is smaller than that specific number, you might be in the clear. But if you go even 1 inch over that limit, you will almost certainly need to get a permit. Height is also a consideration. A very tall shed, even with a small footprint, could have different rules than a shorter one. Next, think about the foundation. If you're just placing the shed on gravel or some concrete blocks, it might be considered a temporary structure. But if you pour a permanent concrete slab foundation, that often automatically requires a permit because it's a permanent addition to your property. Another huge factor is utilities. If you plan to run electricity to your shed for lights and power tools, or if you're thinking about adding any plumbing for a sink, you absolutely will need a permit. Electrical and plumbing work must be inspected to ensure it's done safely and up to code. Finally, don't forget about your Homeowners Association, or HOA. Even if your city says you don't need a permit for a shed of your size, your HOA might have its own, separate, and often stricter rules about shed size, style, color, and exact placement on your lot. You'll likely need to submit your plans to them for approval first. So how do you find out for sure? Start by visiting your local city or county government's website. Look for the building department, planning office, or permit office. Search for terms like accessory structure, storage shed, or outbuilding. If you can't find the information online, just give them a call. It's their job to answer these questions. Tell them the dimensions of the shed you want to build and they'll give you a clear yes or no. You might be tempted to just build it and hope for the best, but that's a bad idea. If you're caught building without a required permit, you could face big fines, be forced to tear the entire shed down at your own expense, and it can cause major problems when you try to sell your house later on. A quick phone call now can save you a massive headache and a lot of money down the road. Thanks so much for watching. If this video helped clear things up for you, please give it a thumbs up. And for more straightforward home improvement tips and project advice, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss our next video.